Good afternoon, thanks for joining us right here on Midday, Kentucky, everyone. What we started out as a bit of a slippery day.
Yeah, it did.
I got out of the car this morning, I had a meeting first thing, and I literally fell out of the car, everyone. Flopped the coffee everywhere. And I was like, what am I, wearing high heels?
Yeah, it was a lot of black ice.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
How are we?
Doing good.
Feel good?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Feeling
you
good.
were in Cleveland?
Yeah, I went to Cleveland visiting some family, so it was fun.
You looked like you had a great weekend.
Yeah, it was cold up there though. It's cold here, but
Well,
it's really cold there. I'm like, I
Yes,
need to get back here.
I
And it
woke
started
up on
snowing.
Sunday morning and we had some snow.
Yes, we did.
Great.
I
And you
know.
messaged me Friday night or
I think
Saturday
Friday
night?
night.
She sent me a message saying on text saying, hey, look out your window, it's snowing. I said, what do I do, live under a rock?
He
Of
does
course
live
I
under a
can
rock.
see it's snowing. Do you know what I mean? A bit of a shout out to Travis. I hope you're having a wonderful day at home. Thanks for messaging us. Also, I do have to tell you, I had a busy weekend.
I know.
I went to Miss Buffy's 88th birthday. We will discuss that a little bit later on. But last night, this is an organisation that we had on Thursday, and they're the United Church of Christ, and they're here in Lexington. And last night was an event that raises money for children who don't have any food to eat on the weekends. Do you remember we had them on Thursday?
Yeah.
And it was an incredible, it was called Meals on Heels. And actually this is one of the guests that we had in on Thursday, I should say. And let me tell you about it. In 2 hours, everyone, they raised $20,000
Oh, that's
in 2
fantastic.
hours.
Wow.
And they had 17 drag queens come out and sing, donated all their time. And actually, what you do is you stood around the stage and gave everyone money.
Right.
The drag queens, like you gave all the drag queens as if you were tipping them. It was so fabulous.
fun.
I can't tell you. And they just sang gospel music the whole time. It was just
That's awesome.
the best. And I'm going to have our show, Midday Kentucky. This is a charity that I would really love for all of us to get behind, and something that will continue on the oncoming years. There's Reverend Marsha, who is you didn't say bishop of the church, who's the reverend of the church, I should say. It was really quite interesting and really quite amazing.
And it goes for a great cause, too.
It goes
so.
100% of the money that was raised, everyone, goes to the actual charity. So, I mean, like, no child deserves to go home hungry.
Exactly.
And I didn't realize it was such a major issue here.
Well, and I never thought about it before because I have 2 young children that are
Yeah.
in school, and we have to fill out forms of our income and things like that to see if we qualify for free lunches during the
Yeah.
week.
Well,
But
with
I-
that necklace on today, all those diamonds around your neck,
Well, that's my
you'd be
clothing
paying
sponsor.
for everyone's children, wouldn't you?
I wish it was diamonds. But yeah, but I never really thought about what happens to those kids that do qualify for that on the weekends.
Yeah.
When they're not at school. You know, who's taking care of them then?
It's
you
really
know, for
tough.
their
And
food
it's so
needs.
nice to hear when we had them on the show that that's the main initiative, dealing with childhood
Yeah.
hunger, but they also help kids with so many other needs.
You're right.
They had someone just last week, she was talking about that there was a child struggling in class and they thought the child wasn't paying attention, but really the child couldn't see. And so this charity just wrote a check for the glasses
Yeah.
for that child. So it's really wonderful work that they're doing. 100% of the proceeds are used, so nothing's lost.
100%.
That's really nice.
It's really amazing. So more for that coming up in the show over the next few months as well, and what we can do, and what we're going to ask our wonderful viewers to do as well. Did you guys have birthday parties as kids?
Yes.
Did
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
Kinda.
Small, like more like a
Yeah,
sleepover.
real small. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
How would you feel if your mother, okay, you've got kids now.
Right.
Okay, this is perfect for you.
Okay.
Okay, how would you invite your children's friends, and do you give them gift baskets or little
Yeah,
lolly bags?
yeah.
Okay, let's just say those lolly bags cost you $5. Would you then charge the parents $5 a head
To get
for
in?
to come to the party?
No.
This is a really interesting article. A single mother who asked parents to pay about $5-6 a head for their children to come to her twins' 5th birthday party.
Oh.
Now, there's been a huge backlash over this. Well, as you can see, it's $8 in US. That's actually, I have to say, a lot of money to ask someone to pay when you've already been invited. It's like Buffy asking me to pay $100 to come to her lunch on Sunday.
Well, so at first I read this headline, and I caught the headline too, and I sent it in. We both sent this topic in, and at first I thought that's just crazy. Who would do that? then you keep reading, and she says she's asking for the $8 about in lieu of a gift.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, how many parties do you go to that you're stuck buying that $25, $30 gift for
Thank
a
you.
random kid
Right.
that your son maybe just goes to school with, and maybe if you go to 5 or 6 of those parties, that really adds up. So I don't know. I think it's kind of distasteful to like ask for that, but in a
Right.
way, I would rather pay $7, $8 just to kind of fund the party and not have to go buy a $30 gift. So I don't know. I kind of like it, but how do you ask people for that? I don't know.
Yeah, that is really
Well,
strange.
I don't know. I had one of my businesses back home in Australia was called Princess Birthday Parties, and it would cost you $100 per head to come to this event that I used to put on. And it was a business, and it was princess, and all the girls got dressed up as princesses, and they had mud cakes and all. I saw, and some of these parents are spending $5,000-$6,000 to come to one of these businesses of mine, and actually for the kid's birthday. Then the parents were spending up to $200 per child for gifts for the kids to take home.
I can't even imagine.
I just couldn't believe it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's.
And
way
I
out
said
of-
to her, this has never left my mind. I said to one of the parents, I said, oh, well, it's been such a nice day for your daughter, blah, blah, blah. She said, oh, tomorrow's going to be even better. I said, oh, what's happening tomorrow? She said, oh, we've got a circus. I said, what? The circus was $40,000
She did it for a
for
party.
the 6-year-old's birthday party.
I can't even imagine.
Hello?
I can't. I mean,
I think for asking $5 to cover the costs of a gift basket or whatever it would be is okay if you're not buying a gift.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think those really lavish parties, though, that family usually just covers it all. They're not sending out an invite like, hey, we're going to this salon, $100 per 6-year-old. So do I think that's way over the top? Would I ever do it?
Completely.
No.
Yeah.
But if you're funding it and doing you, like that's your business.
you.
But I think I would be more the parent of, you can have 5 friends over, I'll get 3 pizzas and whatever movie you want, you know?
Exactly.
Well, I brought that topic up because I want to talk to you and we'll discuss what went on the weekend with Miss Buffy.
Okay.
So it was really quite interesting. Hey guys, this next topic. You're not going to believe it, okay? What lengths would you go to be beautiful?
Wow. Yeah, I would probably go pretty far, I would say, if
Yeah.
I could.
Pretty
If
far.
financially I could, swing it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, I think, are we talking financially or like
No,
what
I
we're willing
mean,
to take
and
like
things
pain or
that
something?
you would like. If someone said to you that horse manure was the latest beauty trend, and that if you mixed it in with avocado and honey.
Oh, no, I don't do any of that stuff.
Oh, right,
no,
okay.
no.
Well, here's something absolutely crazy, where the latest process is leeches on the face. Take a look at this video, everyone. What they say they do is they put leeches on your neck. The leeches then suck the blood out of your body, and then they smear it all over the face.
Is this the new like vampire facial
No, look at it.
type thing?
Oh!
gosh.
Ew.
No. And
Look,
why
look.
is that supposed to be good for your skin?
I don't know, people. I'm just reporting this. I'm not a doctor. But what I do know, what I will tell you, PRP treatments, so by putting the blood just over the face, okay, that's your own blood.
Yeah.
It does have some benefits. But what I'm saying is you should be doing a microneedling before, and you should be infusing the blood with your own platelets. Okay, we've talked about this with some of our doctors that have come on the show. And we've actually had, if you remember, poor Katie's got a face on like no tomorrow. Do you remember Eric? When
Yeah.
and we did
Yeah,
the
yeah.
PRP on his scalp
Yeah.
to make his hair grow.
Right.
It's a very similar technique. But leeches, I don't know.
Well, I guess I'm
Yeah.
confused. If basically the technique is just putting blood on your face, can you not just like prick, get some blood and put on your face? Like, why does a leech have to suck it
I
out?
just want to know how much this costs. Do you know what I mean?
Seriously.
Yeah.
If
You
we
know it
order a
costs a
leech
dime.
online, can we put it on your face?
I think it's absolutely. What?
If we order a leech, can we put it on your face?
It's not happening. Look, I've done many things, okay? Many. But that is something that
The leeches would leave marks too. You would have
Look,
like little sucker bites
even when
all
I've gone
over.
overseas and put my feet in those water tanks that have all that little fish
Oh,
and
yeah, I
they
would
say,
never do
that.
like even that just gets to me.
Right.
Yeah.
But I've done it, and
Right.
it does actually work. But I also think to myself, unless I get there first thing in the morning, the fish aren't going to be as aggressive as in the afternoon, because every other tourist has had their feet in there, and they're too fat from eating all that dead skin off everyone else. Do you know what I mean? So go 9 a.m. people. Lisa, you brought something up that we have all talked about over the years,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it is something when it, it's not something new, but now they have evidence that the cars.
Well, actually, yeah. What they're doing now, Ford submitted for a new patent for automated cars, police cars
Yeah.
in particular. So there's no more sweet talking your way out of a ticket. If Ford's vision for the future becomes a reality, police officers won't even have to get out of their cars to dole out tickets to drivers. Instead, the autonomous cop cars will issue tickets via wireless communication with the offending vehicle. So-
Offending what?
with the offending vehicle. Like if you're speeding,
What
you're
was
going to
that?
get pulled over.
A what?
Offending vehicle?
I just love the word vehicle.
He's not
It's
used
so
to that.
American. I love it. I love it.
But yeah, so basically what they're saying is that they're going to have these out, and these potentially are going to be out within 3 years is when the first ones are going to be coming
So
out.
I'm lost. Sorry.
And
Well, I guess, it sort of basically already exists. This is just now mobile, because sometimes you get caught driving through a red light and it
Yes.
takes a picture, or you'll drive through certain intersections, you can get clocked, and then you get a ticket later in the mail. So
Yes,
it just seems like this
exactly.
technology will now just be mobile.
yes.
An officer could just drive by you, know what you were going, you get clocked,
Yeah.
you get a ticket in the mail. They don't have to stop you.
Yeah.
You're just
And
clocked.
now there will not even be a cop in the car. Now the vehicle will pull you over, and then it will capture an image of your license plate, and from that it receives an image of your driver's license.
Yeah, they do that already.
And-
they take picture of your license plate.
But what's really interesting is how do they know that license, that
But it's
driver's
just the
license is the person that's driving
It's
that
just
car?
the same as, well, no, because that's where issues can come awry, because Katie was actually correct in what she said. This technology's been around on red lights for many years.
Right.
But even because the insurance is connected to that number plate,
Mm-hmm.
and so they assume that Katie is driving the car.
Exactly.
So Katie will get the ticket. She can then say, no, I actually wasn't driving the car. Troy was,
Mm-hmm.
and then it becomes my responsibility.
But you know how much
But I
red
think that
tape
it
is gonna
should
go
be
through
that way. You should be accountable for what happens in your vehicle. It's basically a weapon cruising down the highway. Like you
Yeah,
can't
but
just
if someone else is
leave your
driving the
keys
car,
in.
Katie.
So then you're just responsible for if that person is being a reckless driver when you get that ticket. This person was driving, and they need to be held accountable for it.
Well,
I don't know.
If
I
it's
hate
your child,
scooters.
if it's your son or daughter or
Yeah,
something
you know what I
like
mean?
that,
Like
you
then
know?
you have to deal with it. You're responsible, I think, for what happens in your car in terms of just facilitating it. Like
Right.
you shouldn't be held accountable for your son's ticket, but you should facilitate your son being held accountable.
Well, and he's driving my car, so it's my
I got
responsibility.
you. I got you. Well, look, you tell us what you think. I think whoever's driving the car is responsible for the car at that time. Katie, if you know I'm a bad driver and you still lend me the car, I personally don't think it's on you. I think it's on the driver.
I
Do
think
you
it's
know what
on me if I knew
Yeah.
you were a bad driver.
Tell us what you think.
Oh, that's what you said.
I
You are a
know.
bad driver.
I am a bad driver, everyone. Don't ever get in the car with me. Tell us what you think over on our Midday Kentucky Facebook page. Katie, what's going on? What you did a fantastic
Oh,
interview.
yes, coming up after the break, we have some important information for women going through menopause or even postmenopausal information. So that's coming up after the break.